Hey you guys, I hope that you had such a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I am still in such like a cozy, just this in-between time, right? Just no expectations, reflecting, relaxing. We'll get to that. But first, I want to give you guys an update on this camera. Okay. I don't even know what it's called. I'll put it below. I love it. I got it probably like earlier this year, I feel. I made the switch, right? I had been using the same camera for maybe like 5 or 6 years, probably longer than that. And y'all know, like, I've been here 14 years. Yes, we're going into a new year, so I'm gonna start saying I've been here for 14 years. I'm proud of that. It is something to be proud of. I'm sorry. I hear people that are like, oh, YouTube began in 2013. Oh, back in the day when people just joined YouTube in like 2012. I'm like, no. 2008, proud of it. I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of, I'm just proud of this community. I'm proud of what we've done. I'm proud of so much because of you guys. And I want to give you guys lots of updates on what's gonna come with my channel in the new year, with everything else that's going on. I have some bags to share, some Christmas gifts, and I want to sort of talk about how I felt about our Christmas holiday this year, and just so many things that I think you guys will enjoy. But okay, back to the camera. Okay, I'm not technical. That's why I mentioned the whole thing about having the same camera for so many years before this, doing this for so long. Y'all know my vibe, okay? Not technical. Now, our podcast is the best audio of any podcast you'll ever hear, okay? That's because Brad's doing it. It's amazing. It's amazing. I can't even, we'll get to the podcast. We're so overwhelmed with podcast. Okay. That's the big thing that's happening. Okay. But I don't know what the hell I'm doing with cameras. Okay, I'll admit it. And I've been getting questioned. First of all, I hope it looks a hell of a lot better now than it has been. I had no idea, and I'm going to be straight with you, that this camera had a skin filtering effect. It's off, and I feel like I look better. And I'll tell you why. I got a few questions, and I've been getting questions, maybe like over the last couple months, people saying, if you use a filter, just say it. And I'm like, you can't do that, okay? It's impossible. Because I barely know how to work the editing program that I've been working for the last 10 years plus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. You think I'm adding a filter to that? No. I had no idea this little Sony camera it's called like a skin smoothing effect. It's off. The whole time that I've had this camera, I felt like, honestly, my skin's looked bad. Not bad, but like the skin smoothing effect would really just blur you out here, and then it would just leave this alone. And I'm like, no, I need it here. If I'm gonna put a skin smoothing effect on, I wanna be like ghosted out right here. Okay, blend all that away. So I think that's what it was, is that like it was so smoothed out here where I'm like, I don't need that, don't want that. I want you guys to see what I look like. Or if I watch someone, I don't wanna see that, okay? We get enough of that shit on YouTube or on Instagram. Okay, don't need that here. But then that blur, whatever effect it was doing, was making this look so much worse by comparison. And so I was like, what's my skin doing? Like I was like, Mark, like I could hardly look at it when okay, whatever, I know I'm being dramatic, but the last couple times that I've used this camera, the reason I found that setting, okay, because you'll know, I know nothing about cameras. Look at this. It looks like I'm on a fishbowl lens. I don't know what this setting is. I don't know how to fix it. I'm zoomed in like halfway now just to keep you from seeing, the cracks in my ceiling. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. When I turn the camera on, and I have not changed anything. This is before I found that little setting that I then turned off like earlier in the week when I was trying to fix this, because it was the last time I filmed a video. When you turn the camera on, it looks like, in the viewfinder, like I'm in the correct frame, and then suddenly it flashes out and I'm like this small and the room's huge. Look at this. It's like, what is this? It's so weird. So I have to like zoom it in halfway, and I feel like it drains my battery really fast. Okay, whatever. If anyone knows what that setting is, I have looked everywhere on this camera. I've asked Brad. He's smart with technology. He can't figure this shit out. And that's why we discovered the dang skin filter. I discovered this. I was like, that's aperture, because it just looks like a face with like flash. I was like, it's just making, or not aperture. See, I don't know what I'm talking about. Clearly, that's what's happening. If you see anybody using this camera, that's probably what the hell's going on if it looks nuts. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to like go up on that, and I need your help. Okay, like again, the battery, it's just the whole thing. Y'all know it wouldn't be a video like if I didn't have to gripe about technology for at least 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm just really excited to be here, you guys, to talk, to share. Oh my gosh, where do I begin? Okay, it's New Year's Eve when I post this, right? Yeah, I'm gonna post this on New Year's Eve. Like I said, we're in the sweet spot of the year where I feel like there's no expectations, or at least, oh gosh, it's hard to let go of that, right? We all have that in our minds. We should be doing this. We should be posting this. We should be sharing this. We should be contacting this. We should be, answering emails, planning this or that. And, I heard someone say the other day, no one works this time of year. Like, I'm not naive. The world is running. People are working. I'm not in a bubble, okay? I fully get that everyone's at work. People are at work. And what I do especially, it's a time where it is a little slower. Of course, you get the emails. It's like, New Year's Eve content, this and that. And I'm like, this is it, okay? I don't do New Year's Eve parties. I'm not pretending. I have never, ever been to a New Year's Eve party. I'm not gonna put on like a party hat and a sequin dress and pretend like I'm going out for New Year's Eve, because I'm just not. So I am like all about like the comfort New Year's Eve vibe, right? This is my New Year's Eve outfit, so let's just talk about it. I mean, I'm fully wearing this like the day before, but I will be wearing this tomorrow, guaranteed. Or some kind of a set, some kind of like a sweat suit situation. This is probably my favorite top that I've gotten in such a long time. It's such like a cozy, like half zip type of top, but it has a bit of like a luxe vibe to it because of the knit. It's almost like sweatery, but it's a real tight weave. It's very soft. I love the stripe detail. I love the elbow patches. It's just very comfortable. And these are probably a little stretched because I've been sitting on the floor, but I am sitting in the floor. If you know I'm sitting on the floor, I'm wearing comfy pants, okay? These are, my gosh, you guys, these are amazing. They have that like relaxed vibe, kind of trendy right now, right? The wide leg, but they are just the most buttery. And there is a top that matches this a bit more. Like, this isn't exactly the same color, but it's fine, I don't care. But there is a top that's made just like this that has like the same material. It's so buttery. I'll link to both of those. But yeah, I don't know. And then, this necklace is one of my favorite things that I've gotten this year. And coming up, I am going to be doing a best of the year. Now, this is obviously the last video that we had time for this year, right? And I wanted to do like a best of 2021. So we're going to do that. It's going to come up probably the next video or the next. So I'm really excited about that. But I just really wanted to get in this stuff, right? But I don't know, I just wanted to catch up, talk to you guys, my favorite hoops, and I threw this on. What do we feel about this? I always feel a little funny when I wear this, because it's very like, I don't know, it's like girly, a little like princessy. It looks kind of like a little tiara, but like a turban style headband. I just really love these when you're on like your second or third day hair. Okay, I've had so much to share. I want to talk about always kind of closing out the year. Obviously, like I said, we'll do like a recap, like a best of products coming up. The last video that I did was so product heavy, so that'll be fine. We'll do that next. But also some like really positive things, like just like a good mindset, right, to start the new year with. And I think I'm going to do that in my next video because I have so much to share. And that's kind of going to be the theme of our next podcast as well. We now have, when I post this, 26 ad-free episodes. We post, just some exclusive things here and there, like photos that we don't post other places, some updates. And if you guys like those videos that Brad and I have done over the years, like the Q&A with Brad and I, where it is kind of odd because we're talking and it's my, so usually I'm the one doing the most talking, let's be honest. But on the podcast, it is very just us together, very like, it's just so natural and good. And when it started, now it's been 6 months and we just keep, I feel like it was when I started this channel, right? Am I gonna be able to have something to even go through the rest of the month with content-wise? Here I am 14 years later. That's kind of what it feels like. We always have so much to talk about. We're so excited. And when you do start something, as prepared as you are, you always do wonder, like, where's this gonna be in a few months? Where's this gonna be in 6 months? And this year it's gonna be bigger and better, and it's growing, and it's overwhelming, the growth and how many of you guys are over there. So we're just having so much fun. That is such a cool place. So instead of Brad being here like in a video this year, You get them every week, and you get a lot of them, and you get a lot of hot takes, you get a lot of inappropriateness, you get a lot of personal stories, and I am just happy that you guys are enjoying it. It's like an exclusive spot, and we keep it that way, and I wanted it to be that way because, one, we already have an audience. Like, I'm not trying to sell out and be like some professional podcaster where, you know, I'm trying to get ads. I'm trying to sell out for the ads, be in a certain box so that people will like me and get numbers. I don't want to look at numbers, right? I wanted just this to be like, if you want to join. We don't sell products. I've never had a, you know, oh, buy this makeup, buy this, you know, but of course I recommend things, and I've collaborated with brands like in my early years and stuff, but it's not like I have a business where I'm like, here's this product I'm creating, buy it. This is so authentic. It's us, it's real. We always recap our week, we recap our vacations and all the things that we've been doing over the holidays. We've talked relationship issues like good, bad, family drama, fun things, friendships, hot takes. We're covering Sex and the City. We're covering every like TV, not just that, but like so many movies, shows. It's so much fun, and we've got nothing but like great feedback, which I'm not saying like, oh, bad feedback, but it's just, like I said, the audio quality is insane. Like, Brad, I'm such a podcast, I don't want to say snob, but like I listen to a lot of them, and it's so, I think it's really good, and it's really interesting. Something really crazy happened at our house. We've shared so many crazy things that have happened that I wouldn't share here anyways. It's not like I'm like, oh, I'm going to save that for the podcast. Stuff that we wouldn't share anyways. You're just getting so much more. If you ever have questions about like businesses or home or anything like that, it's all covered there. But we had a visitor here, and it was someone that used to live here. It was just like a Christmassy story, and it just, cry thinking about it, but that's kind of what was this week. Just so many great things. I just want to give you guys I just want to talk about the podcast. And I know I always say I'm not going to do that. I rarely do, but if you're not over there, join us. We're having a good time. If you're part of the podcast, tell everybody about it, right? Because I feel like I'm like, ugh, you know, I don't really know what else to say other than it's good. And then I feel like an idiot saying, look how great my podcast. You know, I'm not trying to say it's great, but it is. I'm really proud of it. And I can say that because I'm doing it with my husband. It's not just me. I'm proud of him. Yeah, I don't know. It's been such a fun thing. Okay. So what are we talking about? No filter on the video. My frame is out of whack. Help me out. Don't know what that is. And listen to the podcast. When we're getting into the new year, you guys, lots of stuff's coming up. I'm just always posting the same amount of videos. I want to maybe get into maybe doing a little more this year. I did skip around a little this month and last just because of the holidays. But every Friday you have a video here. I still get people that are like, oh my gosh, like welcome back. Like I missed your videos. Or I get people on Instagram, I really missed your videos. And I'm like, every Friday I'm here. Thousands, you know, so many videos I have up over the years. Okay, so I want to share with you guys a few Christmas gifts. Now, Christmas this year, and especially, I hate to keep saying this, if you listen to the podcast, you listen this week, so many stories as to why this was so special. From Thanksgiving to here, to where we were last year, the year before, things that have happened over the years with holidays. Being a mom, you know, my daughter's 6, and of course it's been special every year, but I just feel like it's getting more and more special every year. I was gonna even just start Christmas decorations this year, okay? It's not about that, but it is. Not, oh, the fanciest this or that. It's creating a vibe for your family that's cozy and comforting, and oh, it's Christmas, and oh, look at the lights, and this makes me feel good, or oh, Christmas lights make me feel good. Let's put them everywhere, you know? And so this is the first year that I haven't been like ready to jerk them all down the day after, you know? It's like I am kind of, I don't want to say mourning the holiday because we're still in the season. Fully understand the epiphany. Don't need next. I get it. Okay, I get it. But again, we're in this like sweet spot. Still very much in the holidays, but it was just wonderful for so many reasons. And oh gosh, like Olivia made it so special. And you know, just being with family, having, you know, holidays work out the way they did this year, seeing a lot of people and friends, and what happened at our house a couple nights ago with someone that used to live here. It was just, it made me feel good. And Christmassy. And if you follow me on Instagram, the night we went out for my grandma's birthday and walked around our little town, and it felt like a Hallmark movie. And I was like walking around the town, like holding my grandma's hand and, you know, looking at Christmas lights. And it was just like, oh, it was just what everything was about. Love, you know, the meaning of the season, being thankful for your family, what the meaning is of giving gifts, right? Like, it's not just about that. And trust me, when you have a child and it's just, you're fully immersed in even maybe getting back to appreciating and understanding, not that I didn't before, but not what Christmas is or about, but just even teaching that to your child and feeling that through them. Oh my gosh, it's just been a lot, okay? I'm just a ball of emotions. Let's talk about Christmas gifts, okay? My very favorite was, again, something that my daughter made for me. It's this handmade gift, and she wrote the sweetest, I mean, I can't, this is just like one of my greatest treasure, you know? It's just anything that she does for me. I do have something that we're gonna talk about here, okay? A little Chanel box, a big Chanel box. This was a surprise, kind of, okay? And then I have 2 bags that were very special that relate to the video, if you saw, of the Bottega Veneta that my mom had given me. Got a few more to share as well with that. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. Let's go through it. Who cares? It's gonna be a long video. So Brad got me some books for Christmas. I got Thriving Home. I just love home books. I collect them. They're everywhere. With my new coffee table, now that I don't have like, I want this to be clean and everything, I have them like stacked under that sofa, and I need to get them. They're mostly in my big bookshelves in the family room, so I need to rearrange it. This is pretty. Country house style. Now really, this one's real good. I think this is my favorite one. The Evocative Interiors, the Ray Booth. I think I have another book called Evocative Interiors. I don't know. Anyways, haven't really looked through those. Been like, you know, I've thumbed through them a little here and there. Okay, my friend gave me this. It is a Yeti cup with a Mercedes logo on it, which that was really cute. And then I never owned any Yeti stuff. Okay, my sister-in-law gave me this. This is like a solid weapon of a cup, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And let me tell you, I get it, okay? Yetis, I get it. But like, even when my friend gave me that, I think she's like, we're a Yeti family. We're a Yeti family. I'm like, okay, all right. I didn't know. I get it. There's coolers that cost $50,000, and you know, I know there's like a fold-up chair that's about, I don't know, $150, and I've just never been in that kind of market. I got 2 Yeti cups. We're now a Yeti family, and I'm proud of it. And I'm probably never gonna go back. I'm going to, I always just use these like, of course, like I'm not like on the back of a 4-wheeler like with this, okay? Maybe I do need my Yeti. I'll strap her in. Okay, all right, let's continue. I'm saving the bags for last. Am I being a tease? Brad got me this. I've always wanted this Jonathan Adler vase, and I've seen the one. I thought they were a lot smaller, and it didn't have gold, and it had like matches in it or something. I thought it was like a little match thing, like a match strike. And this is like a full-on beautiful vase with like gold, and I am really loving this. I just thought, Brad, very cool. Okay, so let me get into this bag, okay, and then I'll talk, or let's talk about the Bottega Veneta first. So this is the bag I've been using lately. There is one that they actually sell now. This is vintage. I want to say vintage. It's from like the 80s. It's beautiful, okay? These bags are an arm and a leg. Bottega Veneta, if you look at they are so expensive now. And you know what? I mean, I don't say I get it, but look how like nice this is. It's held up so beautifully. So this was my grandmother's sister's. She had my grandmother's sister. I called her my Aunt Virginia, and my mom was really close to her. She was her closest, you know, her aunt, and loved her so much. And when she passed, my grandma got some of these bags. And I always loved these growing up. You know, my mom ended up giving me this one a while back. I carried this like to my grandma's birthday and then through Christmas. And I just love this bag so much. If I could find the one that they sell now that's very similar, I will, I'll share. And you can even tuck this in. It can be like a cute little clutch. This is just, I love this bag so much. So my mom surprised me. And I was like, I mean, it really brought some tears to my eyes. She gave me the other two. She was like, they're in my closet. I never wear them. And I know how much you like that one. She didn't carry these in years, and she's seen me carry that one. And I feel like it's getting better. It's like shinier. You know what I mean? It's like it's alive again, you know? Now these have been stored for a long time. So I don't know. I want to get these out and really, you know, I stuffed it a little bit. I put some paper in it, you know, and, or put a little dust bag in there. But this one I really like. It's like a little, almost like a little, it's a little crossbody or whatever, but I like the shape of it. It's like a little pouch. Isn't that cute? But this one is like a little, like a cool brown, but I love that one. And you know, when I was at my grandma's birthday and I carried this and I was like, oh, Aunt Virginia's here, you know, it's just, not that it's like a thing, but it's just, you feel like, I don't know, I'm so emotional. Like, I'm just like a mess lately. I don't know, like the holidays have like really killed me. This one I think she carried a lot. This one now my mom never really carried these at all, like I said, but I think my Aunt Virginia carried this one a lot. And it had like a crease in it because it had been sitting, so I did stuff this one a little bit like my black one. It came with like the mirror. Let me show you. I mean, look, this is like when your own initials are enough. It's like the old dust bags, you know. This one was probably like like mid 80s. These are probably like late 70s, early 80s, I would say, maybe. But you could tell she carried this one a lot. But I did stuff it because I guess just sitting on the shelf, or just however my mom had them stored, which, I mean, you know, they're just floppy bags. It had made a little crease. So I stuffed it with two, you know, like dust bags. But this one has like a nice like magnetic closure. The leather just feels so good. But like the black one, it had that original Bottega Veneta mirror. That's just so special, like to look at this and think like this was hers, and I don't know, it's just really sweet. And the black one, I remember when I did the video on that, it even had like the tag in it and stuff, which was very cool. But this one is a cool color, and I love it, you know. And you know, these bags are, I would never, it's not about like worth or I'm gonna sell it or anything, because I would never. These are like my most prized bags that I own more than anything else. We will have these forever. But Bottega Veneta, like the new ones, are, again, like I said, an arm and a flipping leg. Okay, so in my Chanel 101 video, you guys know I talked a lot about this bag, and it wasn't all good, and you're gonna be surprised. Brad surprised me with the bag, and I wasn't expecting this because we always usually do like, but then last year we did the same flipping thing. We say, okay, we're gonna do like an experience, a trip, or this or that. We end up planning a trip, and then we also give each other a gift. And of course, I do the same thing. You know, I want to give him something special for Christmas, and he wants to surprise me. And the boy bags that they have right now are just really beautiful. The ones I see. Okay, this bag is like if this room were a bag. I don't know. It's like iridescent, like caviar, with like the most beautiful hardware I've ever seen on a bag. I do love the hardware on a boy bag. And we're gonna get to all the reasons why this bag has made me turn a corner. I didn't want to unbox it because I've already unboxed it, you know what I mean? But here's the box. But I just want to get to it, right? Because we're at the end of the video and all of that. But it was so exciting to get this. And when I opened it, I was like, oh my gosh, like it took my breath away. Okay, let's get up close. The leather is like ivory iridescent beautifulness. The hardware is like a mirror. I've got to take the, there's still stickers. I got to get the stickers off of that side. I'm obsessed with it. And the boy bag, if you're not aware, was created by Karl Lagerfeld kind of as a tribute to Coco Chanel. She was not this like fancy woman. She was tough. She was like a tomboy. Her nickname was Boy. And so that's where these came from. So when you think of like a Chanel flat bag or whatever, which love, okay, so classic, or even like the reissue, right, which is one of my favorite bags, that reissue that I have, and the real like rugged looking like worn black leather with the ruthenium hardware, but it's an old lady shaped bag. Let's just call it what it is. I love it. The bag shape is very old and classic, even a classic flap. So the hardware and the tougher features make it more balanced. So when you look at like my boy bag, right, this one, that in that Chanel 101 video, I'm like, this is probably my least favorite bag. It's this real soft leather. It's a very structured bag, right? The shape of the bag is masculine. I don't want to say masculine, but it is more masculine than the others. It's squared off. I believe the word they use is androgynous when they, you know, like when they describe these. The hardware is very clunky and chunky on purpose because it's meant to be tough. But then when it's done in more like tough details, like the ruthenium hardware, which is more masculine, this sort of like matte leather that isn't so, I mean, it looks shiny on here, but it's very, well, it is kind of, but it's soft. It's hard because like I wouldn't put this on with a fancy outfit, but then it's like, it's a Chanel bag. Like how am I gonna, and this bag does kind of give me chills because it's such a structured bag, but it's done in such a soft leather that when I open it, I'm like, ooh, I'm afraid I'm gonna like, I don't know. This bag is like kind of a little loved, okay? She's a little worn, just a little beat up. I've had her for like 10 years or so. I don't even know how long. But this one is balanced because it is all of those rugged, like, not rugged, why do I keep saying that? What am I trying to say? Like more masculine shape, right? The chain, the chunkiness, but it's done in the most flashy, feminine, it's balanced, you know what I mean? The details, this gold, like it's that champagne-y hardware that's not yellowy gold. It's just so beautiful. But then in some lights it looks silvery. It's like mirrored, it's shiny. And then the leather is, you know, it's white. It's kind of hard to see. It's just this beautiful, like shiny light leather that almost looks a little iridescent itself. They have this in like the small size right now, I believe this same color. And the small boys are cute. And then they have the lilac colors that almost look like this. At first glance, I thought it was white, but there's a lot of nice boy bags right now. They do them every season. But what I did say so this bag, you guys, is just visually yummy and beautiful. And the size of a medium boy bag, which is what this is so perfect. And this one is just so white on the inside. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a little terrifying, but it's okay. Y'all know I no fear with handbags. Something cool though about this one, again, talking about how the other one gives me chills, literally, it's because it's done in such a soft leather. Think of like if you had a really structured suitcase or a hard bag and it was done in a very soft, like calfskin leather, like that one is. It's almost like, ooh, like I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to run my hand across. You need the harder, like, caviar, I feel, in a boy bag. I love a boy bag in this material. I love it. And I did a video on another caviar bag that I have that's not a flat bag that I really love too. I don't like caviar in flat bags for a lot of reasons, and watch that Chanel 101 video if you have questions about that. But I talked crap about the boy bag. I was in that one. I was like, this is probably my least favorite one. I feel like they're a little trendy. And that one is like the original like black ruthenium one that you always see. And it's just, you know, and then you see the ones that's like black with those like oil hardware, you know, and it's just, I like the girly boy. The girly boy. There's nothing girly about that one, okay? I love this. I'm so excited about it. And it's just, she's gorgeous. I've got to get, like I said, I got to take this hardware shows every little like fingerprint, every little everything, but I don't care. I really love it. But something good. And I promise we'll be off of this in just a second. We're almost done, you guys. But I just wanted to catch up. This is fun, okay? About the boy, yeah, like I've never, I think with my other one I have maybe tried to adjust the hand, I don't know, just for fun. It does hit in a really good spot. Like it hits a little shorter if you are gonna wear crossbody or if you're gonna wear, you know, on your shoulder. Now, a mini, so a Chanel mini is one of my favorite bags. You can wear it crossbody, or I can. I have a very long torso. So when people get flat bags, a jumbo, medium, whatever, I don't know how people are wearing them crossbody because I cannot. I cannot wear the larger ones. I can wear the minis crossbody, which may be why I love the minis so much, but I cannot wear the jumbo, or even like I think I tried on a medium one that was very long. Yeah, and even if you wear them on your shoulder, they hit very long. It's very like old fashioned, very laid, you know, like little flat bag. But you have to, you know, you double up the chains and you wear them on your shoulder. I've always liked that a boy bag is a little more friendly for wearing crossbody for I think most people. Because again, I'm not incredibly I'm like 5'7", right? But I have a long torso for do you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's hard to explain. So I feel like someone like average height, even if you were 5'7" too, this might be even longer on you, or those other flat bags might be even harder to wear. So I've always liked the vibe of that of the boy, and I think they're very comfortable. The strap is wide and comfortable, and you know, again, when I open this one, I don't feel like I'm going to mess it up like I do the softer one. So I don't get that like chills feeling. It's just such a solid little like boxy, perfect little bag. And let me show you with a boy bag. This is how I really like, I mean, I like carrying it both ways, but it also is beautiful on the shoulder. So maybe, I don't know, don't overlook the boy bags. And I feel like Chanel price, here's what, boy bags, the material, the finishes really make a difference. Whereas I feel with a flat bag or a classic whatever, I don't feel like you could go wrong. And I mean, of course, if you don't like a certain color or a certain thing, I say mix it up, all different, you know, hardwares, all different leathers. I don't have a well, with flat bags, I don't do, I wouldn't want caviar, and I have reasons for that. I talk about it in the video. But I turned a corner on the boy bag. I changed my mind. This bag made me see the light, because of course I had one bag, so I'm like, I was thinking they were all a certain way, and it's just, get a boy bag that is a little more flashy, or maybe a little more dainty, or has like a little more like, I don't know, like feminine touches to it. Do you know what I mean? But look how pretty that, I love it so much. It's like my favorite, I won't say that, my favorite Chanel bag. That's hard to say. I can't pick a favorite, but this one is visually, like I said, visually yummy. It's like the prettiest, I think this is the prettiest Chanel bag that I own for sure. Can you even see it? It's like so white. But it's not stark white. I guess it'd be like the color of my pants. It's like the exact color of my pants, like an ivory. So yeah, friendly for like spring and summer. It's not like stark white enough to where like it would look weird in the winter, which I don't really like that whole rule, but it is kind of like wintry looking too. I'm so excited, I really am. And what else was I gonna add about that? Boy bags, I don't know, they keep making them. It's not like a, you know, it is, I do think they were trendy for a while. Anything comes and goes or whatever, but I do feel like, you know, they always come out with different ones every season, and it is something that they're always gonna have. But I think if you're a Chanel fan, it is cool, the story of it, just like the reissue. The reissue is what the original one was when Coco Chanel had, you know, and then the flat bags that have the C's or the CC logos, those weren't even around when she was alive. You know, it's just interesting, and this was kind of like a homage to her. That was like, I don't know, it's just so cool and beautiful, and I can't believe that. The prices of Chanel bags too are through the flippin' roof. And you know, I think you're in a good space if you've had them for years. You definitely didn't throw your money in the drain, okay? If anything, you've like doubled your, I will say that, if you've been collecting for a while. I wouldn't say now is a great time to even, I don't know, I'm not gonna give you advice. I'm just saying the prices are going through the roof on all these things. If you can even find something pre-owned, I think that's a great route. If you can trust it, it's not a good, I will say, and I say, I love buying the stuff pre-owned, but I don't ever want to tell you guys to do that because you could really get in a mess with that. I do trust Fashion File. Everything's always guaranteed for life. Like as far as authenticity goes, I really do trust them. And once you just know a lot about bags, you know what to look for. You kind of become an expert yourself. I hate to say that, but you just know what to look for. And, but there are things that are overpriced there too. Know what the real prices are before you go to buy something. And also know kind of like the climate or the pricing of like what is really hot right now. Like the flat bags are through the roof. It's insane. It's absolutely crazy. So yeah, if you could happen upon one that was in great shape, or, you know, and don't be fooled by that either, because they do sell some things that are very worn, but then they also have very good things and things that you can really kind of find good deals on, that are priced very well. But I do feel like whereas the flat bags are very expensive, I believe, I haven't checked the reissues. I believe they're always around the same price. There was a time like the reissues were even more than the, maybe they still are. I don't know. I'm not so versed in that right now. I don't know. But the boy bags used to be a tad more. Now, I don't know. I could be wrong about this, but I remember when I was first buying, like when I went to look at them like 10 years ago, when they were like really fresh and like they were more than the flat bags. And now it's like the opposite. Do you know what I mean? Like they're expensive, but you can get a boy bag for, I don't know, for less. I'm not saying it's like a great buy or anything, but I'm just saying be smart if you are going to invest in something Chanel right now. Don't go nuts. Don't. But then, of course, the prices are never going to drop. So that's what's crazy to me. Like, when is it going to stop? Like, when are the price increases going to stop? Brad and I were talking about that the other day, and I'm like, it's not like they're going to go back down, like, within the company. Like, that's never happened. Like, they don't do that. So what point is it just going to be like, okay. But people are still buying them. People are buying them more than ever, which is crazy because you see people, and I'm fully aware, like, okay, you know, nobody's buying that stuff right now. I get it, but they are. It's triple. It's crazy what people have been buying over the last year, the year before, when you think they wouldn't be. It's insane. And, you know, if you like them, if it's a collection that you enjoy, it's worth checking out. It's worth being educated on. Obviously, more than I am. I mean, I know kind of what I know, but I'm not an expert by any means. But I just share what I do know or what I believe. And I hope that you guys enjoyed that. So I just wanted to kind of give this little Christmas. Of course, that's not everything. And I just wanted to share some little things that you might be interested in. You know, just some little fun things. Obviously, we don't have time to talk about everything, but I just thought you'd be interested in seeing those bags and a few of these other things that I had here. And just to talk about catching up. Of course, I feel like I've been talking for 2 hours here, so this could be a long one, but I feel like we were due for a catch up. We're due for a sit down where I'm doing my makeup and we're just talking and yapping, because I know that over the last month, over the last couple months, things have been very like, okay, this video is about gifts, this video is about this particular promotion, this video is about this or that. And those are wonderful and helpful and things that I'm like, you know, check this out because it's going to help you over the holidays or shopping or whatever. Good stuff. But I really love just sitting and talking, obviously, with you guys about all this. So again, check out the podcast. You're missing so much if you're not there. I'm telling you, you're going to go over there and see for yourselves. Like, I'm not, you know, because you can truly call me out. You're missing out if you're not over there. It's so much fun. So that is going to be just even bigger and more and just going even stronger this year. Like I said, we're so excited about that. And coming up, I will do sort of like I said, a New Year's video, more of this, like just talking about more personal things that I think will get you started off on the right foot for the new year. And also our next podcast episode is going to be even deeper on that, with obviously both of our perspectives, things that have been going on in our lives, things that we're planning for the new year. Brad and I will discuss that on the podcast. But also in the next video, I'm going to share with you guys some new things that I kind of have gotten over the last month or so. A few, some shoes, some things you might have noticed on Instagram, some things that you haven't seen here that I haven't even posted yet. But just some new things, and then a best of 2021. So much beauty, clothes, maybe even some bags and stuff. So we'll talk about that. So many good upcoming videos. I could just list off a ton. January is always, I feel, just a fun time, video-wise, YouTube-wise, work-wise, because it is kind of slow, and that it's not like a holiday time. It's not like a, okay, we've got to post about this or that, or, do you know what I'm saying? It's just a good, fresh restart. And like I said, don't miss my upcoming videos. We'll talk more about that, and I just really had so much fun with you guys today. If you know what the heck's wrong with my camera, tell me. Again, it's a frame thing. It's a camera angle thing. It's a lens setting. And I can't find that on the camera. And I'm not an idiot, okay? Not the biggest, like, technologically savvy person. Surprising, considering what I do. But even Brad was like, I don't know. I can't figure it out. But when I turn the camera on, it looks fine. And then in the viewfinder, it flashes out. And I look like I'm in a fishbowl. This is zoomed in halfway, just to give you an idea. So give me some tips, you guys. And for those of you that thought I was filtering my videos, my camera had been doing that over the last couple of months. So it looks better now without it, so you didn't really catch me there. Wish someone would have actually been like, Tiffany, no, check this setting on your camera and get that shit off of there, and it would have been so much better because I feel like it looks so much nicer. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Happy New Year, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, y'all.